Today we're going over a 2-in-1 tank. This one I didn't like at first. Some of the stuff on it I think is kind of stupid. That's me though. There's a lot of good reviews on it. I'm still learning it. So I do know on one of these it sucks. Doesn't have enough juice to virate. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. But this is the Cloupor Cloutank. Alright. Now what comes in this thing is your metal base, your coil head, your airflow adjustment ring, which is their big claim to fame with this thing, which they could have done better. The metal cover, the Pyrex glass, got a big mesh screen, small mesh screen, and a drip tip. I will say I did take out the small mesh screen because it just clogs the fuck up. It really does. It doesn't need to be there. I mean, I'm sure for some people they must want it, but there is another piece of this kit that it does not tell you what's in there too. But this will work for wax and dry tobacco. We'll go with dry tobacco. Nice case, like nice box and everything. Again, it's got the security. Scratch it off, go match it up. But this is the M4. The M3 didn't have the adjustable airflow, if that's what you want to call it. Now we slide it out. You open it up. This is what you find. You got a wax heating element, a dry herb heating element, and this is the thing they don't tell you about. The beauty ring to put it on one of those little stick mods. That's nice. I mean, they don't tell you about it. The other one, I guess the M3, I believe was what it was called, came with a cleaning brush and some other stuff, which the cleaning brush would have been really nice. Just gonna throw that out there. It'd make cleaning this thing a lot easier. Like I said, I haven't used it that much, but nice box. This is, you can really make it out, kind of. That is your little teeny tiny mesh screen. Do you see how small that thing is? I don't have my verniers with me, or I'd measure this thing. Like, it's teeny tiny. You take it apart out, not on a flat surface, you're gonna lose it. So that's something to think of. They do have these nice little rubber covers that go over the top of them. Like I said, this is the wax one. Just keeps them nice and clean. I actually threw it in the bottom of the box. That way I remember I put that little screen in the bottom of the box. Because I don't really have a purpose for the wax one at this point. It's not something that's like actually accessible. I mean, you can get it, but not for the price I want for it. I mean, be honest here. We're not in a state where it's technically 100% legal yet. I mean, you're allowed up to, I believe, a quarter, and it's a $420 fine if you get caught with it in your car, and then you can have your household stuff, which, as long as you're not leaving your house and doing something stupid, nobody's going to fuck with you. Hold on, I had to reach out for him for a second. But, all in all, this is the tank. Got a little springy top to help pack down stuff on the inside. Take her apart. It's been a while since I had this thing apart. I really don't want to lose that O-ring, So we're just going to. We almost lost that O-ring. But that's your tank. Or that's your top with your plunger. Here is one of the little screens they tell you about. This is the bigger one out of the two. I don't know if you can see how small that hole is, but that's where they want the other one. Yeah, pain in the ass. Even this way, it still clogs up quite a bit. I mean, it does work rather well. Now that I put it on a bigger box. Just clean off the end of it a little bit. Got a bunch of little holes. And you slide your O-ring back on. I normally don't take the glass off it, so it's like actually the first time it's actually been off. There's your Pyrex. Slide her all back up, nice and cozy and copacetic. This right here, guys, this is their claim to fame airflow controller. Yeah, it's got one little teeny tiny fucking pinhole in it. I think they should made it a little bit wider, like a slit. Because I mean, that little pinhole, that hole's two different sizes. So I mean, you could get a lot more air out of this thing. Plus, it's got an opening for two of them, and the ring only has it for one. So keep that in mind. I mean, ice tank, it really is, but it's kind of a pain in the ass because I mean, you don't really have that much adjustment. You know, when you pack it down inside there. Like I said, this thing hasn't been apart for a little while. See if I can get down to the coil. And unscrew the bottom. Your coil just spins out like this. That's all it is. Make sure this thing still fires good. It's a little chewed up. Before we go further into these processes. Go wrong like that. And they turn red. So it doesn't actually vaporize it. It does burn. But it does work good for what it is. I mean, to be honest. Put a little something in here. Don't overpack it either. That was my mistake the first couple times. I put way too much in here, and it didn't need to have that much in here, and more of a waste than anything. So I'm not putting much in here. Just for demonstration purposes. Screw her all back together. I think the thing I like the most about this thing is it does look just like a regular vape tank. So that part's nice. We'll try it on one of these little ego twist things, or the vision spinners, I mean. So 3.8. Our badass airflow is open. If you can hear that. That's closed. Yeah, it helps a little bit. Draws pretty good. Only thing I don't like is you gotta keep tacking the stupid thing down, and then you gotta fucking break it apart, clean out the edges, keep going. But that's on the little box or the little stick. Let's put this on something a little bit more oomph to it. We'll say. All right, this is running at 9.9 watts. The boxes or the sticks that you use make a difference in taste and everything. Crank her up. So all in all, I mean, it's a decent tank. It's not like you're getting a huge cloud out of it, but it does do the job and it does do what it needs to do. So keep that in mind. So yeah, I didn't put that much in it. For sure it's already kicked. This is what I mean though. Bottom does get blocked up pretty quick. Need a little something, something. Because the other downfall is everything kicks up around the side and it doesn't get down near the heating elements at all. But just broke it up a little bit. And it does. I mean, it does the job. If you have the previous version that doesn't have the air ring control on it, I don't really know if it's worth upgrading for it. I mean, try and keep this thing set. Look how easy this thing spins. I mean, it's not like you can lock into place. So I mean, if you turn the thing sideways, you're not using your air control at all anymore. Which I found that out. But it's nice and smooth. Burns a little bit, but not bad. I mean, it's nothing like smoking a pipe or a bong. So I mean, I think it was a worthwhile investment. And I mean, if you're especially if you're driving around or something like that in a place where it's legal to do that, well, it's not legal to drive around anywhere. But I mean, if you want to go out in the public, definitely nice concealed. Keep your stuff in it. Take a hit, put it away, pull it back out in a little while, take another hit. Just one of those keep you going through the day type scenarios. I'd see it being good for that. I mean, it's not bad. I think I paid 38 bucks for this one. Not 100% sure. But all in all, I mean, Cloupor tank, The M4, I definitely say as a buyer, I'd buy it again. I don't really use it that much because my wife doesn't get the whole vaporizing and all that stuff. She thinks it's a waste. Yeah, I don't know. I got another vaporizer up there that I paid $15 for just to see if I like vaporizers, and I discovered you don't buy a cheap vaporizer because it's set the temperature on the stupid thing. We'll go with. I use one of these, one of the little digital thermometers, because it doesn't actually have a readout on it, and it's basically a soldering iron head in a little glass jar with a plastic base, and it's got a voltage, well, basically like a light fucking dimmer switch thing hooked up into it so you can turn it up and down for the power rating. Try and get that set to where you need it so you don't burn the shit out of everything. It's a pain in the ass. But this works. I mean, nice and easy, pack it up. If you're a group smoker, it's probably not for you. If you're on the go every now and then, you need to take a couple hits, or you're just sitting at the house by yourself, works awesome. Group, it's not a group activity. There's not enough room here, guys. But all in all, I'd say it's a good buy. I'd recommend it.